Satnam. Hello, everybody. Blessings to everybody. So I wanted to pop on and just sort of follow up from the reel yesterday about that everything in life, everything in this incarnation is evolving. A long time ago, one of my teachers said to us, I remember it so distinctly, she was talking about Jesus the Christ, and she says, even he is still evolving, is still growing, is still getting bigger. So when we think about this thing called God and love, this universe, in every single one of the paths, it says God cannot be described. It cannot be written down. In the Japji, it says it so many times. There's this whole thing about, and if you try to describe it or if you try to write it down, you'll be sorry. And like when it says you'll be sorry, it's not like, oh, something bad's going to be happen. It's because you can't actually describe it. And yet we do try to describe this divine one, this thing we call God or whatever its name. And in describing it and writing it down, we came up with religions, right? The one thing this thing said don't do, we did. And now not only did we do what is unable to be done, we now fight about it with each other. We fight about each other's ways of doing it. And that's why God and religion, for me personally, has been such a big study and such a big thing in my life, because that energy is the core wound of all of our war, of all of our fighting, our fighting with each other about which way's right, which God's way, and it's undescribable. It's unattainable to say. So the invitation is knowing that if you get more into like the energy and the light, that we are more light and wave vibration than matter. We come from that light. We come down through the phases of consciousness to become solid, right? That first phase is archetypes that the universe uses to form matter. And in those archetypes is they say the 144,000 beings that create our life, which is the Jesus, the Buddha, the Krishna, all of them there. And all of the archetypes like astrology and numbers and all the things we use to learn and understand this life is the first layer that consciousness goes through and then comes through to us eventually through a sound barrier, becomes a sound, and then is created. So the bottom line is, no matter, right, if we're a Buddhist, a Christian, a Jew, a Sikh, we are blessed with these different archetypes that speak directly to your makeup. You're born into a family, a situation, a life that will hand you the keys to the kingdom that will make sense to you to wake up. That doesn't mean your neighbor's wrong. It doesn't mean they all need to get on the same page and, have Jesus save them. Even though for me, Jesus is the archetype I really use the most. Jesus, Mary, and Mary Magdalene. But it does not concern me at all that it may not be this for this person or that for that person, because as my friend Tom said, they're all set on the same football team, right? But what is on task around the holidays is the presence of the sadness over how much we have killed each other, judged each other, alienated each other because of this describing something that is undescribable and then fighting about it. So the other thing I want us to hold today is, if everything is evolving and everything is consciousness, one of the reasons I love the Japji. So the Japji is known as the song to the heart. It starts with the Mool mantra. It ends with the sluk. It has 38 purtis there. And so the purtis are like a ladder. You climb the ladder to your higher self. Well, in God's evolution, when you read the Japji, it's like there is no like sinner. There is no like bad people and good people. There is no chosen. In this spiritual writing, it's like we're all worms among worms. And it even says, and even if you meditate, you can still miss it. And you think, well, why should I meditate, right? this technology, I feel like for me is like the evolution, the healing of the messages that were in older texts that now is much more Zen and much more making every single person responsible for their own awakening. And not only that, knowing that all of us are awakening together and there's no like special program or special path. It is the specialness of every single human being. So this is the work, to not be at each other's throats about believing in a different way, to focus on the end game. We came from the same place. We're going to end up in the same place. And the paths getting there is not something for us to fuss and fight about. So during the holiday season, there's two great religions that are rising. That brings a lot of light and angelic and sweetness. It also brings a lot of darkness and depression and judgment, because both of these religions, Jewish and Christianity, have warred against each other, against others, in the attempt to make everybody fall in line with that belief. And as much as I love the Jesus story, and I love him as my personal master and avatar, for me, his message is not everybody needs to get on board with me. His message is everybody needs to get on board with love and find a way to be breathing into that. So I want to give you that today. I don't want to just be a talking head. One of the things we have is breath. Breath is not just oxygen. There's a sound to our breath, so it also is a song to our soul. Breath is the physical manifestation of our souls. It's something we can literally look at, feel, hear, tap into energetically, and connect deeper to the soul, the God energy inside, and the soul, God energy outside. So when we inhale, we're bringing in the ocean into the wave. So if our little soul is the wave, and God is the ocean, when we inhale, we bring that ocean into the wave. And when we exhale, the wave gets to unite with the soul. And it's this beautiful rocking. Think of Divine Mother rocking you in the breath, inhaling and exhaling love, right? Follow me. We're going to do a 2-minute breath technique. Part of it is from a beautiful woman. Her name is Caroline Cohen. She does what is called Kundalini Global. So I love it because she does what we do, but different. She doesn't tune in. Kundalini is not in the box that Yogi Bhajan created. In fact, it's so fucking out of the box, there's no containing it. And Caroline really gets that. So put your hands in a clasp like this. Put it underneath your chin. You're going to inhale. Breathe with me. Inhale. And as you're inhaling, I want your elbows to go up, 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 and tip your head back, 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 back. Now stick your tongue way out and exhale over the tongue. Perfect. Inhale again. Suspend the breath. Tongue out. Inhale deep. Suspend. Exhale. Awesome. Now, take this clasp, bring this basket up and over your head. Take a deep breath. Exhale, turn to one side. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring your hands down in Gyan Mudra onto your knees. Inhale, 2 breaths through the mouth. Exhale out the mouth. Keep up. Inhale through the nose. Suspend the breath. Stick out your tongue and go into a breath of fire. Only the exhale is audible and the navel's pumping. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. Breathing deep enough that you can hear it. Hear the love song of your breath. I can hear a mantra Sat Nam in my breath. Inhaling Sat. Exhaling Nam. Inhaling Sat. Exhaling Nam. Inhaling Sat. Exhaling Nam. Inhale deep and squeeze your whole body. Squeeze your face, squeeze fists, squeeze your tummy, squeeze your butt, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Big sigh. Ah. I love you. Don't try to describe this feeling. Don't try to describe God. Don't have a religion. Just have a path that is undescribable. And in that, keep walking towards joy. I love you. Satnam. I love you, Misha. Satnam. I am so good. Really good. Which is not always the case. Satnam. All right. Until we meet again.